Hello and welcome to my Football Manager 2021 save reveal, except the beta, and a personal save I want to run for YouTube, and one for blogging. Okay, welcome to one of my Football Manager 2021 save reveals, plural. This is, however, a very special save reveal because it is in partnership with A-League FC. That's a website that I write for with a few other fanatical A-League fans here in the UK. Just a bit of background on the A-League. The A-League is a closed league, albeit with some new teams being added and sort of similar to the Scottish Premiership in that there is a split during the season. The league winners claim the Premiership, and the team emerging from a mini tournament at the end of the campaign, consisting of the top 6, earn the Championship, the coveted golden toilet seat. There's also the FFA Cup, and in truth the league does bear a resemblance to Major League Soccer. We are using Football Manager 20, the intro screen here, just to demonstrate the club that I will be choosing. The challenge is, of course, to take over one of the A-League sides and league them to not only domestic success, but the Asian Champions League as well. That just leaves one question. Which club? Here on the screen we have Adelaide United at Cooper Stadium. Now they are an attractive proposition, certainly in Football Manager 21. They have a sensational youth programme with Lachlan Brook, Luis Dorigo, the Torre brothers and Pacific Nyongabiri, all part of the first team squad. Congratulations Charlie for getting that name right. However, that's not to say there aren't challenges here at the Hindmarsh. Top priority would be a striker that can find the back of the net. Adelaide have relied on midfielders or wide men for goals in the last couple of seasons, that being the likes of Craig Goodwin, Ben Halloran and Riley McGree. Brisbane Roar are based in Queensland, although technically it is all the Queensland. Scripted joke. The Roar are suffering from something similar to Western Sydney Wanderers over the past few years, a lack of true identity. They seem to be a jack of all trades, master of none. There are good youngsters like Dylan Wenzel-Halls at the club and experienced veterans in the form of Jamie Young, but former boss Robbie Fowler, he of Liverpool fame, his recruitment was certainly based from the English lower leagues, and in truth Brisbane played like it. That's in direct conflict with, as you can see, the club culture of playing possession, attacking football and developing the club's youth system. Central Coast Mariners represent probably the biggest challenge in the A-League, having claimed the wooden spoon, that's coming bottom of the Premiership, in 3 of the last 4 seasons. Now there are signs of a revival under Alan Stadgic. He's made them certainly harder to beat, and club favourite Matty Simon is always on hand to put in a few of his customary crushing late tackles, straight out of the Matty Simon crushing late tackle textbook. We are big fans of Matty Simon over at A-League FC. Macarthur FC are the new boys, and under former Matilda's boss Ante Milicic, they will enter the A-League in the upcoming season. As you can see on the screen, they were not eligible from the off in Football Manager 20. They've gone down quite a similar route to Western United, who entered the league a season ago, with experience at the back in goalkeeper Adam Federici and 3-time championship winner Ivan Franjic. Former Blackburn Rovers striker Matt Derbyshire will take up a position up front for the Bulls. Melbourne City are seemingly cast in the role of bridesmaid, as they earned runners-up spots in the A-League Premiership, Championship and FA Cup in 2019-20. With the backing of the City Football Group and the financial clout they bring, City have already made big moves in the transfer market, signing Andrew Naboot and Aidan O'Neill. They will be an attractive FM21 save, surely. Melbourne Victory represent the opportunity to rebuild a fading force before the light completely dies. After 3 managers last season, Victory ended the campaign in 10th place. There has been movement to secure several key players in Adama Traore, Storm Roux and one of our favourites, Elvis Kamsoba. Look for Robbie Cruz and Marco Rojas, the Kiwi Messi himself, to lead the line as part of a rebuild job. They do enjoy entertaining football, the fans of the former 4-time A-League champions. Newcastle Jets are now managed by former Vancouver Whitecaps boss, Welshman Carl Robinson. They ended last season very strongly, and in fact, this is a club that I would suggest avoiding completely. You are not going to do a better job than Carl Robinson did. They may have lost Dimitri Petratos, but importantly have signed up Bernie Abini for another season. When he came in mid-season last year, he did really well for the Jets, Emil Heskey's former club. In Nigel Bogard and Nikolai Topor-Stanley, they possess 2 nightclub doormen to build a defence around. Perth Glory will need some rebuilding themselves following the departure of Tony Popovic over to Greece as the Popolution comes to an end in the A-League. What's more, new signings like Andrew Naboot and Nathaniel Atkinson won't be actually joining the club. There's a lot to do over at the Perth Rectangular Stadium, HBF Park, as we know it. It's a big job to take on after Tony Popovic, the former Premiership winners, under his stewardship just a year ago. Sydney FC represent the best side in the comp, and as a result, the easiest challenge in Football Manager 21, certainly as far as the A-League is concerned. So I will be avoiding the Sky Blues, spoiler alert. That's despite persisting rumours that their best players like Costa Barbarissis and Adam Lafondra are on their way out. Even if they are, there are fantastic youngsters, the likes of Trent Bahaja and Ivanovic, ready to come through and take over their positions. Under Steve Corica, they've really done well ever since he took over from Graham Arnold, now Socceroos boss. It's interesting that the club culture there is develop players using the club's youth system, because Corica at Bimby could be argued that he relied certainly on veteran players rather than the youngsters. Wellington Phoenix are the only side in the A-League from New Zealand, and as such can't qualify for the AFC or Asian Champions League. Given my brief of domestic and continental success, I'm going to eliminate them from contention. They are managed by Ufuk Talai, who is a really good manager. He's proved himself over the last season, knitting together some talented youngsters. And for as far as I'm concerned, develop players using the club's youth system, the club culture there, is absolutely spot on. I'd in fact give them a bit of an improvement as far as youth facilities are concerned, because a lot of young lads come through at the Knicks. And in the last couple of seasons, so they were under Mark Rudan for a season, he employed the 3 at the back system there and really did well. Then he moved on to Western United, that we'll talk about in a second. Talai took over and pushed them on to the next level. For a lot of last season, they looked like they were going to finish second and were just pipped at the post by Melbourne City. Western United had a very good inaugural season under Mark Rudan. led by the talent of Alessandro Diamante, who is staying. The Italian stallion will remain with Western United for another year. And of course, the goal-scoring prowess of the best goal scorer in the A-League, Besart Berisha. He's another one of our favourites. We like Western United too much for me to take over and ruin things, although I really did want to. Not quite sure about the club culture there. I think they're more about established players and getting their points on the board early doors, so that they then can compete later on when they bring those youngsters through. Interesting one, Western United. That just leaves Western Sydney Wanderers. Having just seen captain and talisman Mitchell Duke head for foreign pastures, the Wanderers need rebuilding yet again. A club with pedigree, they claimed the A-League Premiership in 2012-13 and the AFC Champions League in 2014 under Tony Popovich. Western Sydney have not qualified for the final series in 3 seasons. That's under managers such as Marcus Babbel and now JP DiMarini. At this stage, I'd like to announce that I will be taking over from JP over at the brand new Wonderland at Parramatta. Excellent training facilities, excellent youth facilities. This is my type of team. No Mitchell Duke, we'll have to make do, but they are going to be my save for the upcoming season. So join me on YouTube, starting from hopefully November the 24th, as soon as the official game is released, and find out how we fare, whether we can take Western Sydney Wanderers not only to the A-League Championship, but to continental success as well. Thank you for joining me today. I'll see you very soon for our Western Sydney Wanderers YouTube Football Manager 21 save in partnership with A-League FC.